the yoga practitioner, is a lawyer, and so am I, and we work together.
Oh, okay.
I love the problems that are presented by materials. So with fabric or paint, once you start using them, you're faced with a problem. You know, it's a problem that you've got to figure out, whether it's to make it look beautiful, or to make the colours right, or the shapes. And solving that problem is the process for me.
Oh, how interesting.
And yeah, for me, it's really interesting because I'm engaged in it and really, really absorbed. And for me, it's a thoughtful process. Like, how can I make it look right? And I don't know why it gets to a point where it looks right.
This one, it is finished, and it's a brooch. The others are still works in progress, and I have problems. They have their own problems that I have to solve. Like, sometimes a work can look too overworked, and I don't like the look of that. And sometimes I just get it just right.
And it's not always building something up as such as sewing together. It's cutting things and folding and pulling them apart, things I've already made. And I did that with painting as well. I'd paint something, rub it out. And I remember being told, this is a little nugget of painting wisdom, always try and let go of the thing that you're holding on to that you love in the painting. Because you get stuck in the thing that you love, and it's not necessarily the good or the best part of the painting. So if you mask it, if you go over it or let go of it, paint over it, then you're moving on to different territory where you haven't been before.
Right.
Because the thing that you love in the painting is too comfortable. And I do that with sewing as well. I'll have something that I think is really beautiful or attractive and a nice piece of jewellery, but I don't want to be in that comfort zone. So if I cut it up, I can make a new piece that's really different. I'm pretty grateful to have that, and my husband is very patient. You know, it's his bedroom too, and look what he...
Well, I think it's inspiring.
Yeah. No, it is. It's nice to wake up to, all that colour. But yeah, I would like a studio. That would be ideal. Sewing's always been a part of my life because my nana sewed.
Okay.
She's an amazing embroiderer, and my mother was always sewed. So it was just it was always there as a possibility to use that medium. But it wasn't until I had Henry, and he was a newborn, that I started really sewing, because I was home a lot and didn't really feel like I could paint in the living room.
Right.
So pulled out fabrics. Like, I had it all. I had all the threads already.
Right.
And then it just moved to jewellery and sewing jewellery. Because I couldn't find anything that I really wanted to wear. And it was, all the jewellery that I found was hard, you know, plastics or metals, and that's quite clunky around children, because just with breastfeeding and picking them up, it can, so
Occupational hazard.
yeah, exactly. So I started making fabric jewellery. But I like that I'm at home sewing.
It's
like
gorgeous.
That, but that I'm making bright, powerful objects. You know, like a modern day talisman. Something that brings you luck and joy, and I think because I invest so much in them and hand sew them, that it seems to create a power, at least for me. I feel frustrated if I'm not creative, but also have an amazing family that I need to be present to. So if all I want to do in my free time is make art, then I'm not really living and being the mum that I need to be. So yeah, it can also, it's like Marc's, the concept of doing too much yoga or doing too little yoga, the knife's edge that he said. I think there's a knife's edge for making art as well. Knowing when your life needs you, and knowing when you need to do your art more than anything else in your life. You know, being a mum, I've learned how to sort of contain that creative frustration, and just sort of appreciate the moments being with him, where I can actually look around and have a moment to think about creativity rather than doing it. When I'm making my stuff, it's a little bit manic because I've only got 2 hours, so I'm jumping from project to project, never finishing anything, just always jumping from idea to idea. So then when I have to move back because of motherhood, it's actually a gift. Like, it gives me more space to see what I'm doing and get some perspective. And
interesting.
get new ideas as well.
Have you noticed recurring themes or style in your work that is what we'd say is so Emily?
My friends say that. I think I know what they mean. Maybe use of colour and shapes and dots, and I think that carries through from painting to sewing as well. But I don't really like that I have a style. I just can't help it. I can't help it. I'm really interested in those shapes, I suppose, and it's maybe something innate that just can't help do it.
Show something interesting.
This is my Nana did this.
Oh wow!
Which is embroidered, like heavily embroidered, and it's the shape that I keep using. You know, the circular flower.
Mandala.
Mandala, like that sort of blossoms and blossoms out, and with lots of detail. And I think that's an innate thing.
That is so amazing. There's a generational connection.
But it's come down in that way.
That is fascinating.
Yeah,
God.
like a giant brooch.
Yeah, that's great.
I do in painting.
Squashed up in there.
He likes that. He likes it because he's a baby. He likes being squished. With painting, I've always liked the abstract expressionists of the 1950s, but they don't really speak to me in a way like their life. I can't really relate to their lives. They're not. They didn't really. They were just, they were working in a time where they could be completely dedicated to their art. So I like their art visually. But Hundertwasser, and he was an architect and designer, and he made his own clothes and shoes, and so he did it holistically. He made art, and I think that's really compelling.
Right.
I do understand how you can have the same idea and the same feeling can be put into different materials and forms.
Right. Cool.